The 2010s featured many high-profile wrestling couples that didn't last. Fans often become invested in relationships that are created within the professional wrestling business, as people like to see who gets along with who and how different couples come together. Ultimately, not all of those couples are going to work out of a variety of reasons, and that was the case throughout the 2010s. It's a decade that so many relationships within the wrestling business blossom, whether that was in front of the world via reality, television, or elsewhere. However, even some of the most popular couples opted not to stick together, which is perfectly fine, with everyone involved finding themselves in different places currently. So today we are going to talk about 10 wrestling couples that broke up in the 2010s. So let's go to the video. Number 10. John Cena and Nikki Bella. One of the most well-known couples from the 2010s was John Cena and Nikki Bella. They were two of the biggest stars in the industry, and their relationship was heavily featured on reality television, including a proposal in the middle of the ring at WrestleMania 33. Ultimately, they decided to split up before getting married. But nowadays, they are both married to different people. Cena with Shariat, while Bella is married to dancer Artem Chikwinstev, with the two of them also having a son together. Number 9. Matt Cardona and Tenel Dashwood. Matt Cardona and Tenel Dashwood had a relationship that blossomed during their time in WWE, with the two of them becoming a popular couple with wrestling fans, while they seemed happy enough together for a period that eventually fizzled out, with the two of them splitting up. However, both of them remain in relationships within the wrestling business. Dashwood is currently engaged to former WWE superstar Riddick Moss, while Cardona is married to WWE's Chelsea Green. Number 8. Buddy Matthews and Alexa Bliss. Buddy Matthews and Alexa Bliss were another popular couple with wrestling fans, with the two of them actually being engaged to be married at one point. Their relationship was featured on Total Divas, with fans getting to learn all about them as a couple, but things didn't work in the long run. Matthews currently works for AEW and is once again engaged, this time to WWE's Rhea Ripley. Meanwhile, Bliss is taking time out of the ring due to the fact she is pregnant, expecting a child with her husband and popular musician Ryan Cabrera. Number 7. CM Punk and Lita. CM Punk and Lita is a relationship often forgotten about by fans, mainly because they competed in two different eras and aren't necessarily thought of together. However, the two iconic wrestlers did spend time in a relationship together, which ultimately didn't work. Punk is currently not in the wrestling business following his AEW run, but is married to AJ Lee. Meanwhile, Lita is currently single, but has recently just enjoyed a run with WWE where she got to compete against some of the current stars. Number 6. Alberto Del Rio and Saraya. Alberto Del Rio's relationship with Saraya was one that a lot of people weren't behind for a variety of reasons, but the two of them did end up getting engaged at one point. They were shown briefly on Total Divas, but things ultimately didn't work out. Nowadays, Saraya is back in the ring wrestling for AEW while she's in a relationship with rockstar Ronnie Radke. Meanwhile, Del Rio is currently competing in Mexico for AAA, with consistent claims he could make a WWE return. Number 5. Enzo Amore and Liv Morgan. Enzo Amore was a major personality in WWE during his time with the company, but his relationship with Liv Morgan was one that relatively went under wraps. However, the two of them did date for a while, although they never ended up being a long-term couple. Amore now competes on the independent scene while also focusing on his music career. Meanwhile, Morgan remains a top WWE superstar and is believed to be dating Bo Dallas, although it is something they have chosen to keep very private. Number 4. Charlotte Flair and Bram. Charlotte Flair and Bram were in a relationship during the early stages of the Queen's time in professional wrestling, but it ended up being very serious. Not only did they date, but Flair and Bram ended up married, which is something a lot of fans aren't aware of. Ultimately, they got divorced and moved on with their lives, And Flair is now once again married. Once again, she is with a wrestler, this time in the form of Andrade El Idolo. Meanwhile, Bram is married to NWA star Camille. Number 3. Ricochet and Tessa Blanchard. At one point in time, the relationship between Ricochet and Tessa Blanchard was the talk of the wrestling world due to how their careers were taking off. While Ricochet ended up reaching success in WWE, the same cannot be said for Blanchard due to situations outside of the ring. Ricochet is now engaged to WWE ring announcer Samantha Irvin, which is a relationship that has been tapped into during his rivalry against Logan Paul. Meanwhile, Blanchard did get married to Daga, but they have recently revealed that they got a divorce. Number 2. Big Cass and Carmella. Big Cass and Carmella were a popular wrestling couple due to the fact they were part of the same act on screen alongside Enzo Amore. They were each a big part of the other's success, while they also got time to showcase the real versions of themselves on Total Divas. They eventually split up and each found love elsewhere. Carmella is currently married to Corey Graves, with the two expecting their first child together. Meanwhile, Cass works for AWS Big Bill and is engaged to backstage interviewer Lexinea. Number 1. Drew McIntyre and Tenel. Drew McIntyre may not have been one of the biggest stars in the industry at the start of the 2010s like he is now, but at the point, he had a lot going on in his personal life. Not only did he start dating Tenel, but the former couple ended up getting married. That's not a relationship that worked out. And nowadays, McIntyre is married to a non-wrestler in Caitlin Fronapel, which is a relationship that appears to be thriving. As far as Tenel is concerned, she is married to Joe Vertical, who is a stunt performer, which is a job she has also tapped into. So today I explained to you in this video 10 wrestler couples that broke up in the 2010s. So what do you think about today's video? If you like the video, please like it and also subscribe to my channel. So I say goodbye for today. Have a great day, everyone.